coded out the add guest room and actually the add conference room. It's pretty straightforward. I put a header at the top of this, just a system out. I did inputs. I printed out a message and then did inputs for the various types, but I did have to go look at the guest constructor and know what all was required. So I need a room number, I need a capacity, I need to know if it's bookable, I need to know its rate and number of beds for a guest room. And for conference, I need the room number, the capacity is bookable, dining capacity, and setup fee. So those are all pieces of it. Now, once I have the user typed everything in, so over here in hotel, where I have my add guest room, the last thing I need to do is actually make an object of my new guest. And I can pass in all the pieces I need. So if I try to just make that by itself, I'm going to have some errors for that. I have to match all the various pieces of it. So I'm going to put in the room. I'm going to put in the, oops, I'm going to do room. I'm going to put in the capacity. I'm going to put in bookable. I'm going to put in rate, and I'm going to put in number of beds, or beds in this case. Now, the question is when I create this, where does it need to go? So in the hotel class, I have this array list at the very top here called rooms, and I've got a room type that's going to go into it. So I'm going to actually add my new room to that. So I'm going to do room dot add, and this new room goes inside of it, and it's actually rooms.add. So I'm going to put that piece in it. And then the same thing down. Do I have one too many? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that looks good. And I'm going to do the same thing now for my conference room, but instead of adding a guest room, I'm going to add conference. And the last two pieces out here are dining and, oh wait, setup fee. Setup fees rate. And then this is going to be dining capacity. It looks like I still have that messed up. So the last two items are double rate and dining capacity. So let's make sure I have that right. So dining capacity is the second to the end. So I need to come back here and dining capacity, and then I got a rate at the end of that piece of it. There we go. Now everything's good. So now when I run these various pieces here, let's go ahead and give this a shot. Run our application. I can go ahead, oops, I got an error here somewhere, conference, what's going on here? Oh, I had made a change to one of the words inside of here, so I just got to go ahead and update those. It wasn't dining configuration, it was dining capacity. So now if I go ahead and run this, do I still have an error in here? Oh, say when you change something, you've got to make sure you change everything that goes along inside of there. So dining conference, or dining capacity. Okay, and then this is actually dining capacity also for my getters and setters. Let's see if I have everything now. This is not. That's dining capacity. That's dining capacity. Now I think I have everything cleaned up. And if I run it, there we go. So if we, oops, make this smaller, make this bigger. Let's go ahead and add a room. We have an error. So if we read up here, start hotel, we have an error on hotel line 79. So let's go find our hotel class, find 79, and we must not have clicked something. Let's go ahead and run that again. So let's go ahead and put in a 1. There we go. Add a room number. So we're going to add in room 101. Room capacity is 4, is bookable, true. Room rate is $59.99. Bed count is 2. Okay, we want to add another room. We can go ahead and do room number 102. Room capacity is 4, is bookable, true. And room rate is $59.99 and bed count is 2. Now, obviously, there's a bunch of errors that could happen. If I type something wrong in here, I'm going to get the exception. So I have no error handling. So we're going to rely on the user to type something incorrectly. But I can now create rooms of both guest and conference. And next one, let's fix some of those error handling problems in our next video. Thank you.